The Dallas Cowboys have made a big offseason decision. They've officially placed the franchise tag on George Pickens. That means he's not hitting free agency, at least not this year. Dallas clearly values him. They're not ready to let their explosive wide receiver walk away. The franchise tag keeps him in Big D, but it also raises questions. Is a long-term deal coming, or is this just a temporary solution? One thing is clear. The Cowboys are betting on Pickens, and this move could shape their entire offense next season. The Dallas Cowboys have made a defining statement about their offensive future by placing the franchise tag on wide receiver George Pickens, and in today's NFL landscape, that decision carries weight far beyond a simple contractual maneuver. This is not just paperwork, it is strategy, it is leverage, it is belief. By using the tag, Dallas ensures that one of its most explosive and unpredictable offensive weapons remains in the building for at least another season, preventing him from testing the open market, where wide receiver contracts continue to skyrocket at historic rates. The move signals that the Cowboys' front office views Pickens as a central pillar of their offensive identity, not merely a complementary piece. In an era where dynamic perimeter threats tilt coverage schemes and dictate defensive alignments, retaining a receiver who can stretch the field vertically, win contested catches, and create highlight reel moments is not optional for contenders. It is essential. The franchise tag buys time, but it also creates urgency. It opens the door to long-term negotiations while protecting the team from losing leverage. Financially, it commits Dallas to a significant one-year cap number, which will inevitably influence roster construction decisions across the depth chart. Strategically, it provides continuity for the quarterback, stability for the offensive coordinator, and clarity heading into off-season workouts. From a game projection standpoint, keeping Pickens in the fold preserves the vertical dimension of the Cowboys' passing attack. Defensive coordinators preparing for Dallas must still account for his ability to flip field position in a single snap. That alone affects how safeties align, how corners press, and how linebackers drop into coverage. His presence opens intermediate windows for slot receivers and tight ends. It lightens boxes in the run game. It forces discipline. And that ripple effect is often more valuable than raw stat lines suggest. There is also the psychological layer. Tagging Pickens sends a message to the locker room that elite production and game-changing talent are priorities. At the same time, it subtly challenges the player himself. The franchise tag can be viewed as both a vote of confidence and a motivator. It says, "We value you," but it also says, "Prove it again." Players on tags frequently approach the season with added edge, knowing that every route run and every contested catch could influence the largest contract of their careers. From a recruiting and free agency standpoint, this move signals to potential offensive additions that Dallas intends to remain aggressive and competitive. Free agent linemen and complementary receivers evaluate situations based on opportunity and surrounding talent. Knowing Pickens remains in place can influence how others view the Cowboys' offensive ceiling. Meanwhile, fans in Dallas will interpret this through an emotional lens. For a fan base that expects playoff relevance every season, continuity at the skill positions matters. Letting a dynamic receiver walk would have raised uncomfortable questions about direction. Instead, the franchise tag stabilizes the narrative. It buys hope. It keeps the window open. Of course, the long-term implications remain uncertain. If negotiations stall, this could become a temporary bridge rather than a permanent solution. If a deal is reached, the tag will be remembered as the first step toward a lasting partnership. Either way, the Cowboys have chosen action over hesitation. In a league defined by timing, leverage, and calculated risk, Dallas has made it clear that George Pickens remains part of the immediate equation. And as off-season storylines unfold, this decision may ultimately serve as one of the foundational moves that shape the trajectory of their season.